Come and fly away with me. 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 Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die, so come.
Tanzania. The journey that changed me forever. I saw the sun come up over the Serengeti, waves of wildebeest sweeping across the golden plains. I stood at the bottom of Mount Kilimanjaro, looking up at its snow-capped peak and challenging myself to climb it. And Zanzibar? White beaches and turquoise waters, the scent of spices wafting through Stone Town's narrow alleys. Tanzania was beyond just any ordinary journey. It was a love story that got interwoven with every sunrise, every shared smile, and every untamed corner of the wild. Breathtaking nature and wildlife. Tanzania's landscapes seemed like something out of a dream, wild, unspoiled, and teeming with life in ways I'd never encountered before. The Serengeti, a vast golden plain stretching endlessly into the horizon, was my first true taste of the raw beauty of Africa. As our jeep rattled across dusty paths, I marveled at a pride of lions sleeping under an acacia tree, their golden coats camouflaged against the savannah. Elsewhere, a herd of elephants, large, majestic, and undeterred, walked in a slow, rhythmic procession, their feet kicking up puffs of soft dust. Then there was Mount Kilimanjaro, the roof of Africa. I wasn't prepared for the full ascent, but I hiked the meringue route and made it to Mandara Hut, where the clouds draped underfoot. As I stood there, inhaling the terrain-tinged air, a tremendous sense of freedom hit me. From the golden plains of the Serengeti to the misty heights of Kilimanjaro, every moment in Tanzania felt like a love letter written by nature itself. The landscapes of Tanzania may have taken my breath away, but its people stole my heart. When I landed there, the welcome I received was unlike anything the travel guides prepared me for. "Karibu Tanzania," they would say. "Welcome to Tanzania." It wasn't merely a greeting, it was a promise that I was about to become part of something unforgettable. And I had ended up in a Maasai village outside Arusha, where the pace of life belonged to the earth. The Maasai, swathed in their trademark red shukars, greeted me as an old friend. They mocked my awkward version of the adumu, the famous jumping dance. But when I finally got it right, they clapped like I had been one of them all along. Their stories were even richer than their traditions. Tales of warriors proving their strength, of cattle being more valuable than money, and of a deep respect for the land. From the villages, I travelled to Stone Town, Zanzibar, where history whispered through the narrow alleyways. The scent of cloves, cinnamon, and vanilla drifted through the air as I wandered past carved wooden doors that had stood for centuries. A local guide led me to the former slave market, a haunting yet important reminder of history, but no culture is complete without its food. My love story with Tanzania deepened at its markets and food stalls. I sat with locals, dipping ugali into spicy fish stew, savouring the smoky flavours of nyama choma, and cooling off with freshly squeezed sugarcane juice. Food wasn't just a meal here, it was a way of life, a tradition passed down through generations. And as I took my first bite of Zanzibar's famous pilau, I knew that the next chapter of my journey would be written in flavours, spices, and the shared joy of a good meal. Without mincing words, every meal here wasn't just about eating. It was an experience, a piece of culture served on a plate. I started with ugali, Tanzania's staple, a thick dough-like maize meal served with stews, greens, or grilled meat. At first, I fumbled, unsure how to scoop it properly with my fingers. but a friendly vendor in Arusha's central market laughed and showed me the right way. With a small piece, I soaked up the rich flavors of machuzi wa samaki, a spicy coconut-infused fish stew. The warmth of the spices mixed with the ocean freshness, and just like that, I was hooked. Then there was nyama choma, Tanzania's famous grilled meat. I had it in a small roadside eatery, where the scent of roasting goat and beef filled the night air. These meals weren't just food, they were conversations, friendships, and memories made around a table. And just as every dish came with a story, so did the cities and people I met along the way. From Dar es Salaam's busy streets to Arusha's peaceful landscapes, each place introduced me to someone who left a mark on my journey. Cities and people met along the journey. Tanzania isn't just about nature and food, it's about the people who make every moment unforgettable. Every city I visited had a unique rhythm, a heartbeat of its own, and in each place, I met someone who added a new layer to my journey. In Dar es Salaam, the energy was electric. The streets buzzed with motorbikes, the scent of grilled corn filled the air, and everywhere there was movement. I spent an afternoon wandering Kariakoo Market, where vendors playfully argued over prices. The fishermen in Zanzibar, pulling in their nets at dawn, their voices carrying over the waves like a song only the sea could understand. I came to Tanzania expecting adventure, but I left with stories, friendships, and a part of my heart forever tied to this land. What about you? Have you ever followed your instincts to an unexpected destination? Would you let a place like Tanzania change you the way it changed me? Let me know in the comments, and be sure to hit the subscribe button for more wondrous adventures in the future.